Hey, what's up? I'm gonna do a little review of my slides. So the first one is tahdig, which is traditional Persian rice. My grandparents are actually from what you would consider modern day Iran, but like old school Persia. They fled in the 1950s for Brazil because they're Jewish, and there was like a big regime change, and they could feel, you know, the tide shifting with the Shah. He lost control in 1979. It's like from that point on, it's like the Iran you know today, like very restrictive, very authoritarian regime. The second slide is kind of like a Torah, the old scrolls. Like I'm Jewish. It's a really big part of my culture. I do Shabbat every Friday, always high holidays. I don't eat pork or any of that stuff. So stuff like that. And then so my grandparents fled from Iran to Egypt, or sorry, not from Iran to Egypt, Iran to Brazil. I don't know why I said Egypt. So my dad grew up on the beach, playing a lot of soccer. I played a lot of soccer growing up, kind of hanging out a lot, drinking on the beach, like that kind of vibe, like kind of laid back. So that's something that's been implemented in my life too. And then, of course, my mom moved to America, and then after my dad and his parents moved to Brazil, my dad moved to America. And so that's why I have the Constitution, because I think it's a really awesome document and allows us to practice a religion and kind of say what we want and kind of speak out against people in power. So I think it's really awesome, and I don't know where I'd be without this country, so it's awesome. So it's a big part of my culture. And then probably the only thing that my mother took from communism, because her mother grew up in like communism, like Russia, or sorry, Ukraine. It was all Soviet Union at the time. They weren't really allowed to have any culture besides the idea of communism, and the state is your god, the state is this. The only thing that they kind of had was like this idea of education, of like that's your only form of resistance. You have to educate yourself and know things, and that's the only way you can kind of defend yourself, have a job or this. And she wasn't even allowed to go to any schools because she was Jewish. So it was a really important thing for them, being educated and having just that bare minimum understanding of society, life, economy. I think it really helped them to like literally survive. So that's a big thing. And yeah, hopefully that's not too long. I know there's like a lot of layered stuff on there, but yeah, thanks.